there's a reason I'm going through all these cards, because I want you to understand something. These are all the ideas that I think are good. My horse's voice, because again, I've been speaking for 2 weeks on the road. What do you expect? Anyway, so these are all the different things I write down. And so as I go through all this, you're probably saying, man, that's a lot of stuff. Are you going to speak about all this? No. The sad thing is that all this is now, I take the best stuff here, put this to the side, and then I whittle it down to 5 cards. Well, now in this case, I'm down to 6 cards, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, knowing how I speak, because I talk a lot, now that I got 6 cards, I take the best from there. Phase 2 of the process, I now whittle it down to 1 card. This is a 45-minute keynote. You know, part of my success when it comes to speaking, as far as memorizing speeches so it comes across naturally, you often see a lot of speakers use notes. You know, if you use notes, you suck. As a speaker, you can't control how the crowd's going to react, but you can control how you perform. And a speaker is a solo job. It's one of those things where it's you. And there was a guy, his name is Larry Wingate, he said something important. He said, if you're nervous about speaking, you don't know your content. Because if you have to think about it, you don't know it. In my mind, during the night, I'll just think about the speech over and over again. And I'll be able to run on pure adrenaline from here to tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. After I finish the speech tomorrow, you will see me unplug the battery so hard that I will crash right after that. That's how I usually work, but that's how I do it, folks. I try to shoot for the 80-20 rule. 80% of my content has to be fresh. Something new, something exciting. And just go from there. But 20% I always keep in because you need it. It's related material. Like if it's a college market, you know, they always want to hear about my college experience. You know, you got to throw that in there because like any good speaker, what do you want to do? Relate to your audience. And when you're speaking to a bunch of college students, if they see you come across as a corporate guy or a business guy, they're not going to listen to you. They're just going to shut down on you and that's it. No more conversation. So what I try to do within the first couple of minutes is just kind of, I don't know, relate to them.
So I pulled down the bingo card and I'm looking through this, looking at the different majors. And the first major I look at, it said civil engineering. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't want to be nice to people, so I said no. So second, it said, the second one was mechanical engineer. And I said, man, I don't want to fix cars either. Right? And then the third one I saw was aerospace engineers. And I said, who wants to go to outer space? Not me. Then I saw electrical engineering, and guess, and the light bulb went off, right?
When I first started doing the high school and the college market, what I started doing was a standard speech, you know, start. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you just told them, your basic construction of a speech. And I wasn't having any fun, and I guess my audience wasn't having any fun because nobody was booking me again. And that's usually an indication. If you're not getting rebooked, you know, at least one time again, that's a problem. So if I'm not going to make any money, I might as well just have some fun doing this. And I started messing around and having fun with my audience, but still delivering some content. And it was a hit. And at that point, I got the first inkling that maybe I'd finally found my style.
Now I need a volunteer. You right there. Bow tie man. Now, Manny, I'm going to tell him a story. And the only way this story is going to work is that if you help me. Okay. Are you willing to help me, Manny? Sure. All right. Good role model. Good example. Now, before I tell him the story, I need you to do me a favor. You ever see the Beverly Hillbillies? Yes. You did see the Beverly Hillbillies. Yes. How many folks by a show, clap your hands, saw the Beverly Hillbillies? Excellent. Manny, do you remember that big old nasty hound dog they had? You do. Yeah.
Zig Ziglar will tell the hound dog story, and that's about, you know, man's walking down a lonely road. In the distance, he sees this farmhouse, and he decides to go in the farmhouse and ask for a drink of water.
As the stranger approaches the porch, he notices that right next to that old man rocking back and forth is a big old nasty hound dog laying right next to him, making this sound.
Stranger asks the old man for a drink of water. Old man goes inside, gets a drink of water, comes back outside.
Now, he's drinking water and they're having polite conversation, but in the background, all you hear is what?
Finally, the stranger asked the old man, said, "Excuse me, sir, what's wrong with your dog?"
The old man looks at the dog, looks back at the stranger, and with a straight face he says, "Son, my dog is laying on a tack." He doesn't know what to say. So they continue on with the polite conversation. But the pain is getting more excruciating, apparently. It's getting more excruciating, apparently. So finally he says, "Excuse me, sir, but if your dog is laying on a tack and it hurts him that much, why doesn't he what? Get up."
Old man responds, he says, "Son, you just don't understand. The tack hurts the dog, but not enough to make him want to get up and do something about it, right?"
You ever talk to people who all they do is what? Whine. Instead of doing something, what do? Whine. Instead of getting up and doing something, they what? The next time somebody whines, this is what I want you to hear. Has everybody got that? Give Manny a hand. You'll be great, Manny. All right.